My name is Lindsey Duff. I'm the South Africa country manager for what3words.
And how did the idea for what3words come about?
Our founder and CEO, Chris Sheldrick, used to work in the music business, and he found it was really difficult to get things delivered to the right location when he needed to organize a music event, to get musicians arriving to the same place at the same time. He started using GPS coordinates to try and be as accurate as possible and realized nobody could use them. So he needed to think of a really human-friendly way of using GPS coordinates. He sat down with a mathematician friend of his. They converted GPS coordinates into 3-word addresses for every 3 by 3 meter square in the world, and what3words was born.
So describe to me how it works.
We've taken the whole world, we've broken it up into a grid of 57 trillion 3 by 3 meter squares, and every 3 by 3 meter square has its own unique 3-word address. So I could be sitting in Toffee Apple Cracker. The front door of our HQ in London is Index Home Raft. It refers to a 3 by 3 meter space that is essentially GPS coordinates made human-friendly with words.
Mm-hmm. So the first market you went into was Mongolia. Describe to me how you've made an ecosystem in Mongolia.
We went into Mongolia because Mongol Post was the first national post service to adopt 3-word addresses as a national addressing standard. And we very successfully now created an ecosystem of 3-word address use. So in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia's capital, you can order a pizza with a 3-word address, you can hail a cab, you can register for a microfinancing loan, and you can get your credit card delivered. People are using it in a really practical, everyday way, and that's how we set up in Mongolia.
And indeed, the post office in Mongolia is using it as the addressing.
Absolutely. So I'm very pleased to say you can now send a letter or a parcel to a 3-word address in Mongolia.
And you're responsible for Southern Africa. So what are you doing in Southern Africa?
We've set up our second local market in Johannesburg, South Africa, and we're here to drive adoption and awareness of 3-word addresses. We're here to introduce how life-changing 3-word addresses can be for the average South African and the average African, actually. So I'm responsible for setting up our initial operations, partnering with key partners in certain verticals like logistics, e-commerce, and travel and tourism, and get things rolling in South Africa.
And you've made agreements outside of South Africa, so give me the agreements you've made.
Absolutely. We are now being adopted by Djibouti, Cote d'Ivoire and Nigeria as an official addressing standard. In Djibouti and Cote d'Ivoire, you can easily send a letter to a 3-word address, and Nigeria will start implementing the system very soon. We plan to replicate that all over Africa.
And you've been using it in a humanitarian sense with the Gateway project. Describe how that works.
Just outside Durban, in a very small informal settlement called Kwandengezi, we partnered with a local health NGO called Gateway Health Initiative to address an entire informal settlement that traditionally just didn't have access to government services because of a lack of street addressing. So we partnered with them, we addressed the entire informal settlement, gave everybody a 3-word address, and now when people are in distress and need to call emergency services, they can call the local health services and people can respond to a 3-word address. We've cut down response times.
The problem you were having was that it was taking a long time to get to, say, a pregnant woman because they couldn't find the address.
It was taking 3 to 4 hours to get to somebody in distress, and we've managed to cut down those times.
And who are the investors in what3words?
Our Series A round was led by Intel Capital, our Series B was led by Aramex, and Deutsche Bahn has also recently come on as a significant investor.
And so what are we likely to see in the next 12 to 18 months in terms of the work you're doing in Africa?
You're going to see an explosion of 3-word address use, hopefully, in South Africa and beyond. You're going to see people ordering Ubers with a 3-word address, you'll see them navigating, you'll see them using it in festivals, music festivals, and at other tourism and travel events. You'll hopefully see them ordering things online and getting things delivered to a 3-word address as well, even a pizza maybe. So it's our job to get things rolling.
And why is this different from, say, Google search?
Google search geocodes usually incorrectly. Traditional addresses are really bad, and Google can't necessarily fix the error of traditional street addressing. Anybody who's hailed an Uber and it turns up 200 meters down the road can attest to how terrible traditional street addresses can be. 3-word addresses give everywhere in the world a geocodable 3-word address.
And initially the 3 words were in English, but you'll soon be announcing in other languages, particularly here in South Africa. Which 3 languages?
We started out in English. We're available in 13 other languages besides that globally, and very soon we'll be launching Afrikaans, isiZulu and isiXhosa, which is very exciting for us.